In 1957, a small boy's body was found beaten and dumped in a box in Philadelphia woods. For 65 years, he had no name, and his killer has none. It was February 25, 1957, when a young man checking muskrat traps stumbled into a scene no one could explain. Inside a cardboard bassinet box lay a small boy, aged roughly 4 to 6, naked, his head shaved, bruised, and malnourished. The box bore a J.C. Penney label. Police swarmed the Fox Chase woods, flyers and questions multiplying without answers. Reconstruction artists and desperate reconstructions tried to make a face that would be recognized, but no one claimed him. Without a family to name him, the boy was buried as an unidentified child, a story that would persist for decades. For years, the case became a haunting mystery in Philadelphia. Photographs, sketches, and whispers of a child no one knew. Missing person posters went up on telephone poles. Witness leads grew cold. Theories circulated: abuse, sale, accident, or cover-up. Autopsy notes, later shown in flashes, would report extensive bruising and signs of malnutrition, raising painful questions about his life. Police interviewed neighbors, friends, and anyone who remembered a lost child, but the trail dissolved into the white noise of time. In the absence of a name, he became known only as the boy in the box, a symbol of a story that refused to be forgotten. Generations grew up asking who he was and how a child could be so alone. The mystery unfurled without a final page. Decades passed until forensic science took up his case with fresh tools and relentless patience. In 2022, DNA evidence linked distant relatives and finally gave him a name: Joseph Augustus Zarelli. The announcement offered relief and new questions, a life and lineage uncovered, but not the hand that harmed him. Investigators stated his birth estimated in 1953, parents now deceased, and siblings living who deny abuse claims. Headlines proclaimed the identification, archives came alive, and a modern grave marking the Zarelli family name was photographed. Still, the investigation into who killed him remained open. No charges have been filed, no killer brought to justice. Experts and armchair theorists offered possibilities: an abusive home, a child sold, an accident hidden by fearful adults. Some point to surgical scars on his scalp and a shaved head as clues to medical history or attempts to conceal identity. Other voices suggest someone wanted to hide a mistake, to erase a child who had been a burden or a secret. Theories do not equal proof. Investigators chase threads: J.C. Penney box origins, witness re-examinations, and retested physical evidence. Siblings and distant relatives now carry both relief and weight, knowing a name, but not the circumstances that ended that young life. The case remains a mosaic of partial facts, each piece suggesting more questions than answers, each silence a small cruelty. In 2026, the investigators still keep the case open, reviewing records, pursuing leads, and asking the public for help. A grave with the Zarelli name sits in quiet sunlight, a place for mourning and for a life finally acknowledged. Text overlays mark the dates and facts of that cold morning in the Fox Chase woods, reminding us of what we know. No single theory closes every question. The evidence points in directions that demand careful, patient work rather than snap judgment. The boy in the box is no longer nameless. The discovery of his identity changed how we remember him, but did not close the case. Joseph Zarelli finally has his name, but his killer doesn't. What do you think happened to the boy in a box? Comment your theory below and subscribe to Unsolved Shadows HQ for more tragic enigmas from US, UK, Australia, and Canada. Blackheart turn on notifications. Some boxes hold dark secrets.